So this is the third time
That you should have been in the court.
I should have been in the court. There was a letter in May, was there?
Yes, so she says.
A letter in May.
Unless you've hidden it.
You've never received a letter in May.
Well, now we have to get the solicitor.
But you admitted to tearing up my letter from Dr. Calendar.
Oh, for goodness sake, don't keep on about that. You know it was a...
But that was when I was in Cornhill.
Yes, it was an appointment to see him, and you couldn't possibly go and see him because
I
you
mean,
were in hospital.
this is the 8th of July 2022.
It was one of these
approaching
phone
9
appointments.
a.m. What?
It was one of those phone appointments. So don't be silly. You went here.
A phone appointment, but
Yes.
you took up the
Yes,
letter.
well, so what? That doesn't matter.
So now you phoned the Procurator Fiscal this morning, and they say this is the third time.
Yes, you've got to get a solicitor. And you have to...
But the letter that we've got
listen to me.
with no crime information
No.
only documents twice, the 17th of July and the 8th, no, the 17th of June and the 8th of July.
You've got to deal with this, James.
I mean, people aren't working here.
And stop being so stupid.
I mean, let's just be clear.
Just a bloody idiot.
Let's just be clear. This is the letter. It mentions I missed a court appointment on the 17th of June, and there's now an appointment on the 8th of July.
Now, are you pleading guilty or not guilty to hitting the nurse?
There's no crime here because there was no crime info documented by the police.
James, the police told us on the telephone. Now stop being stupid.
Oh, you remember the police told you on the telephone?
Yes, she phoned back and I told you that day. Now, stop being
Oh, so wait a minute, so
silly.
now that was the 14th of March 2022?
No, recently when they came with that letter.
You just mentioned the telephone though.
Yes, when she came with that letter, she said she would go and find out on the computer what it was about, and she phoned back. And I told
14th
you
of March
about it.
2022,
Stop
that was the
being
date.
stupid.
PC Duncan, if she was female, sent a report to the Procurator Fiscal. She phoned then, remember?
Yes.
Oh, you remember?
You're not listening.
You do remember?
You're not listening to
And you
what
also
I'm
remember the
saying.
police turned up at the door delivering that letter?
Yes, and then she went away and she found out about it.
Oh, a full confession at last, almost 3 minutes.
Stop your nonsense. She phoned back and said it was about
Who's gonna
at Cornhill Hospital.
cut my toenails when you're no longer on the go?
Well, you have to learn to do them your bloody self, won't you?
But I can't.
Well, you have to. You just bend down
That's
and
a
do
service the GP should be
it.
doing.
No, you just bend down and do it.
At Ski Medical Group.
No, don't be stupid. You're a man of 39, should be able to cut his own bloody toenails. You bend down and do it and get on with it. In fact, you can go and do it now.
This is daily living assessments for social work.
It's nothing to do
What
with
else
social-
can't I do?
It's nothing to do with social work.
Also, you've admitted in this video, this short video, that 14th of March 2022, PC Duncan, a female woman,
I don't know
phoned.
when she phoned, James. I never
That was when she
took note of
phoned.
the date. I have no idea.
Oh, you're not keeping a diary?
No,
You didn't keep a diary. You kept a diary as a child, didn't you?
I might have done.
Yes, you did, and it was destroyed in the
Stop
house
it
fire
all
of
the time.
1959.
I have enough of it. I hope you do arrest you and take you away. The sooner the bloody better.
Yes, you kept a diary as a child, didn't you?
What's all this mess on the floor?
Did you keep a diary as a child?
Yes, now go away and stop this nonsense. I'm not putting up
But your
with it.
house went on fire in 1959.
You can bloody well
Your older
take you
brother
away.
rescued your baby brother inside the house. Do you remember that? Is it a conviction? The officers that came here on the 9th of June last year said it isn't.
No, that one goes a conviction.
You're saying it's not a conviction?
Yeah. I find it strange because obviously if you're in Cornhill you don't have capacity.
Well, he was
So therefore-
he was sectioned when he
Yeah.
was in there.
So that was my whole thing coming here because I'm obviously aware of the situation and I was like, well, it's not really going to be a criminal route because you would be deemed not to have capacity.
Well,
Therefore,
he's autistic and he flies off the handle because he's frustrated because he's got no job and whatnot.
yeah.
He goes out on his bike and he's on that damn computer and bothering police and anybody he can all the time. Won't listen to a word I say anymore, or anybody else.
What's your postcode?
AB326PB. Now he's 39 today, he's like a 9-year-old.
Happy birthday.
I've been happy so far, it's got me up back at 6.
But
What's the end of your postcode? What was the end of your postcode? Sorry.
AB326PB.
Okay, well, we'll do our bit first.
firstly, this is Saturday the 4th of September at 11:28. Who are you?
PC Alpha 0570.
And
BC Alpha 9088.
this is actually quite a safe place, by the way. So I don't think anyone's going to jail, but I just want to say that I reported an assault to Police Scotland on the 25th of August 2021. 10 days later I get a response. Also on the 27th of August 2021 I reported to Professional Standards via the Police Scotland website a complaint about the noise of traffic on Westbourne Road, Aberdeen. Jen Sorby said she also complained to Police Scotland about an assault. I am not clear which event the police are responding to today between 9 AM 30 minutes and 10 AM 30 minutes, according to Jen Sorby today, Saturday the 4th of September 2021. Louise advised me previously, as did Steph, Police Scotland planned to call at 9 AM 30 minutes. Around 9 AM 24 minutes on Saturday the 4th of September 2021, youthful Chelsea is on duty at room 6. Fraser Ward. I thought she was 25 or 23, but she admits she is younger. Jen Sorby advised me the police have made an appointment with me. She was on duty outside my room this morning, looking well. But violent outbursts by patients can leave an emotional impact. NHS nurses are on the front line. Mental health patients can be upset. Their reasons need investigated and documented. Also, a way to verify age in real time with digital technology is needed. Dawn Marr was outside my room 6 at 9 AM 54 minutes, having replaced Chelsea on Saturday the 4th of September 2021. I did not recognise Dawn, but recalled her surname since she is a person of interest and witnessed Dr. Chris MacDonald seek to intimidate me. What are you saying?
Can we have a chat with you?
Oh, I am having a chat. This is what I want to see.
Okay. We need
Thanks
to
for
speak about
coming.
something else, though.
And your new flexible approach does indeed prioritise those that are in danger. I have been largely fine, been taken care of, but there's always room for improvement to improve future care. The kitchen staff at this hospital have neglected their duty by failing to clean and clear away dishes. I was advised it was our responsibility to clear dishes. Nurses do not clear away dishes and say it is not their job. They said after my iPad screen got damaged, when I had to juggle dishes, a knife fell on it, cracked the screen. Patients have to learn to be independent. Before my iPad got damaged, I was advised the kitchen staff have a duty to clear away dishes. Who said what, when is important? Events can spiral. Cameras with audio are important and CCTV cameras are great, as are Ring doorbells at ward entrances which have sound. Since the police have come, they can investigate criminal damage.
We need to speak to you.
James, we can't have it being recorded.
This is an interview with the police.
Yes, but we can't record it.
Okay, well, we'll do our bit first.
Firstly, this is Saturday the 4th of September at 11:28. Who are you?
PC Alpha 0570.
And
BC Alpha 9088.
this is actually quite a safe place, by the way. So I don't think anyone's going to jail, but I just want to say that I reported an assault to Police Scotland on the 25th of August 2021. 10 days later I get a response. Also on the 27th of August 2021 I reported to Professional Standards via the Police Scotland website a complaint about the noise of traffic on Westbourne Road, Aberdeen. Jen Sorby said she also complained to Police Scotland about an assault. I am not clear which event the police are responding to today between 9 AM 30 minutes and 10 AM 30 minutes, according to Jen Sorby today, Saturday the 4th of September 2021. Louise advised me previously, as did Steph, Police Scotland planned to call at 9 AM 30 minutes. Around 9 AM 24 minutes on Saturday the 4th of September 2021, youthful Chelsea is on duty at room 6. Fraser Ward. I thought she was 25 or 23, but she admits she is younger. Jen Sorby advised me the police had made an appointment with me. She was on duty outside my room this morning, looking well. But violent outbursts by patients can leave an emotional impact. NHS nurses are on the front line. Mental health patients can be upset. Their reasons need investigated and documented. Also, a way to verify age in real time with digital technology is needed. Dawn Marr was outside my room 6 at 9 AM 54 minutes, having replaced Chelsea on Saturday the 4th of September 2021. I did not recognise Dawn, but recalled her surname since she is a person of interest and witnessed Dr. Chris MacDonald seek to intimidate me. What are you saying?
Can we have a chat with you?
Oh, I am having a chat. This is what I want to see.
Okay.
Thanks for coming. And your new flexible approach does indeed prioritise those that are in danger. I have been largely fine, been taken care of, but there's always room for improvement to improve future care. The kitchen staff at this hospital have neglected their duty by failing to clean and clear away dishes. I was advised it was our responsibility to clear dishes. Nurses do not clear away dishes and say it is not their job. They said after my iPad screen got damaged, when I had to juggle dishes, a knife fell on it, cracked the screen. Patients have to learn to be independent. Before my iPad got damaged, I was advised the kitchen staff have a duty to clear away dishes. Who said what, when is important? Events can spiral. Cameras with audio are important and CCTV cameras are great, as are ring doorbells at ward entrances which have sound. Since the police have come, they can investigate criminal damage.
You need to speak to you. James, we can't have it being recorded.
This is an interview with the police.
Yes, but we can't record it. Can you...
It's 2:20 on the 8th of July 2022. Cows are grazing on the outskirts of King's Wells. It's a bonny summer's day. Two police cars, and there was a police van that went towards West Hill. A heavy police presence. Not clear what's going on, but you know, the police actually work against themselves because, you know, the police can contact banks, shut down bank accounts, but actually, that actually drives a culture of cash, reliance on cash machines, which actually comes from trees, the natural world. Destruction of the natural world. The police are actually, they go against young people actually. I mean, you would think police are intended to protect young people, the vulnerable, children, those with disabilities, also elderly pensioners. Protect the vulnerable, but actually they work against themselves. Or against the common good. More and more women taking to bikes. Yes, so let's just repeat for clarity's sake. I mean, the police can contact banks, shut down bank accounts, but that drives the culture of cash. And pensioners have long hoarded cash at home, driven by insecurities. That in itself leads to burglaries of pensioners, the most vulnerable, who can be conned out of their life savings. I mean, really, the police work against the common good. It's worth saying that. It's worth stressing it. 2 police cars with sirens, and there was a police van heading to West Hill. Why do you need a heavy police presence? Where's the crime? What's the crime? 3 police vehicles. Something's happening. Something's going down. 2 police cars in convoy. Blue flashing lights. Sirens. I mean, really, Frisco e-bikes, they're making e-bikes made by ex-offenders. I mean, really, if criminals start taking the electric bikes and e-bikes, it's going to be harder for policing cars and vans to catch them, weaving through paths, pavements and residential streets. I mean, really, the police need to embrace 2 wheels, go looking for trouble. Really. I mean, it's not going to be easy in the years ahead as electrification and electric vehicles come into being. Well, actually, I mean, there's going to be more people going about on bikes and on foot. Policing the streets, there's going to be an immense challenge coming. An immense challenge for operational policing. These are the challenges that lie in store, await the police in advance. Predicting the future. You need to predict the future and anticipate and plan. So you need a more mobile workforce, using mobile devices, mobile technology, photos and video, GPS tracking, American GPS along with Galileo, the European equivalent. And then there's Elon Musk's Starlink constellation of satellites. Challenges lie ahead for the police, and the roads are busy. They're busy as well. Electric bus here at Kings Wells. Countess Wells number 4 bus. Number 4 bus, so it goes from the park and ride to Countess Wells, but actually no buses run on Sunday from Queen's Road to Countess Wells. Understanding bus transport times, seeing them on the ground, seeing the buses. Buses stick to timetables. You only come along at certain times. This is why you need bikes. Look, no bus services on Sunday. Going to the new Countess Wells housing development. That's beside Kings Wells. That's the new houses. Plans for a new school being built there between Countess Wells and Cults. But I mean, there's no bus services on Sunday. So if you want to go anywhere meaningful, you're going to need a bike or a car. Bikes for the least well off. And I mean, no bike racks outside Aberdeen Sheriff Court or across the road. I mean, that's an issue. And yet over 100 people can go to court on a daily basis. If you don't believe me, check out the court roll pages. Court roll online, Aberdeen Sheriff Court online. I mean, that's just an example of a place in the city centre of Aberdeen in the low emission zone, which took effect on the 30th of May 2022. Penalty charges come in force June 2024. I mean, this is significant. Look, Aberdeen to Kings Wells, West Hill next. Buses are running on Sunday, but they're few and far between. Really. Skeleton bus service on Sunday from Queen's Road, Aberdeen to Ecton West Hill. Scrutinising the detail. Bus times. There's detail out and about. Important information. I mean, really, if you're in a wheelchair bound, you can't use buses anyway. Although payments are lowered in West Hill actually for wheelchairs to board buses. Bus drivers may not help wheelchair users to board buses, and also there's no bus services on Sunday to the Countess Wells, the new housing development, which is on the outskirts. New houses, you need cars. Sustainable transport, electric vehicles. Am I making sense? Well, this is the 8th of July 2022. Must be between 1 to 2 p.m. Queen's Road. Big houses here. This is the leafy west end of Aberdeen, heading out to Hazelhead. Just take a look round at some of these houses. Well, I was cited to attend today, but the 8th of July 2022, but actually I'm really a victim of crime because the police haven't really investigated properly. And video really shows that I'm a victim of crime. I mean, I'm here at Aberdeen Sheriff Court.
To change your date for the case?
Well, there's over 100 people scheduled here at 10 a.m. Over 100. But the thing is, there's no specific times that we're to turn up. And I've cycled all the way here from West Hill, 8 miles.
You can change. You can go and ask something about the case.
You can know where to park bikes. And I mean, really, this is the low emission zone. Transport Scotland 2019 Act, Section 22, Aberdeen City Council had to erect signs. And it came into effect on the 30th of May 2015.
Lift it back here, I will keep an eye, and I go to the fines office, it's a clerk office, and I find you about the case. Other way, no chance. Okay?
Right.
You say no video allowed, but the thing is, people
video
die
is not
off.
allowed
And
inside.
actually, you need proof, visual evidence. That's becoming more and more. Have you not seen the UK Parliament? The laws that have been drafted? There's
filming anything or taking pictures outside here, you're not allowed to. That's what it's
not allowed to come in.
so you're not allowed
So how do you prove what happens inside the courtroom when you're affected?
You can record it in the inside. No.
allowed to. What he's telling you is right. And it's not up for debate, mate. I'm just telling you.
You can record it here on the street, but no in the court.
So you can't prove what happened in the court because there's a dispute. Because you see, with the Scottish Court Service.
Is there no recording on the
Okay,
on
but let's go into 31st of January 2014. Sheriff Fleetwood said I was admonished in open court, but the Scottish Court Service say that on the 28th of February 2014 it was Sheriff Stewart actually that made the decision, but actually it was Sheriff Fleetwood in open court in front of Bob Anderson, a solicitor of Lindsay and Kirk, and also my mum. So you see, there's disputes here, not allowing video in court.
No, it's not allowed in the video in the court.
Yes, but people are going to die off, and some lives can be really long. You heard about there was Jean Louise Calment. She lived to 122.
The case I've got today is kind of.
See the issues I'm faced with, and I'm really a victim of crime because you actually scrutinise the video, and if the police don't have the resources to investigate in depth.
Okay.
Oh. The low emission zone.
Everything in Primark's got the sardine stuff in. You should have like everything.
Where are the bicycle racks? Over there? There aren't any. The low emission zone. Penalties due to be enforced June 2024. Came into effect 30th of May 2022. Low emission zone. That's not a low emission bus. (1 p.m. 8th of July 2022. Ah yes, you've got nowhere to park bikes round here. This is the low emission zone. I've been cited to attend. I want
What are you
every.
looking for?
I've been cited to attend here, but there's no places to park my bike outside.
Could you?
Yeah, but you cannot record here. It's
I'm recording.
not allowed to record
You're
in the
allowed-
building.
Just go
And the
out.
court boarding
The
is
reason
not
I'm
allowed.
recording is to prove I've been here. I can stop it just now, but I
You
just want.
still can get a stamp from the reception desk you've been here, but you're not allowed to record the building inside
Sir.
the courts, okay?
It's no photograph,
No photograph.
Okay.
No,
Building.
But at least I've started a video so that. it
Yeah, so
proves
you
I've
have to,
been
if
here.
you want to come in, you have to turn off the video.
Oh yeah. This traffic queue is actually not moving. And you see, the traffic lights actually, the traffic lights at the Aberdeen bypass roundabout, they're actually based on open loop control, not built for self-driving automated cars. I mean, you need closed loop control for automated cars because it's got positive feedback and motion. If you look at the traffic, actually, it's not moving. And actually there's no... The traffic lights are set, open loop control. They're set on a schedule. You can tell that by analysing the lights. So you see, the designers of the traffic lights at the Aberdeen bypass roundabout have not been very clever. Based on motion. I mean, if we just take a moment to sit back and analyse, you can see these lights are open loop control, not built for self-driving automated cars. I mean, look, the lights just changed to red. They're not based on motion because there was actually traffic approaching the roundabout coming out of Aberdeen, and the lights just changed. They're based on traffic signals, not closed loop control designed for motion and self-driving automated cars. I mean, someone needs to speak about this. This is the 8th of July 2022, between 11:30 and midday. Someone needs to speak about this. These are clearly open loop control. Open loop control versus closed loop control on the computing curriculum in 1998 at Westhill Academy. I mean, really, closed loop control is for self-driving automated cars. You can see the lights here at the Aberdeen bypass roundabout. A massive roundabout like a router filters data traffic. Really, the lights here are set to open loop control because it's not based on motion. Lights change to red when there's cars approaching. This is obvious. An analysis, 8th of July 2022. The Aberdeen bypass roundabout, and the lights on this roundabout, well, the roundabout opened in 2019. The lights went up shortly afterwards. There were lots of accidents. But actually, Aberdeen City Council did not think to put in place closed loop control for automated self-driving cars. So these are going to have to be replaced yet again. This is what I witness, what I observe on the 8th of July 2022. Between 11:30 and midday. This is lunchtime. Almost lunchtime. Travelling by bike is slower. Travelling by tractor is slower. That's farming. Agricultural vehicles bringing food to the supermarkets. Travelling by tractor is slower, bringing food from the farm to the supermarket. Like by bike, like by boat, also by ship. You need, for supersonic air travel, you need inventions, clever young people. I mean, electric planes were only just taking off last year, 2021, to the Western Isles of Scotland to deliver food parcels. Juggernauts going over the bridge at the Aberdeen bypass roundabout, delivering goods. Bus stuck in traffic, not an 100% electric one, heading out to Westhill. Enjoy your morning scroll. All that's on the bus. You can scroll on your way to work. Scrolling, that's significant of the information age. You've got to keep scrolling down. But I mean, summaries and video, keeping them short. People can watch them with investment in mobile data. Open-top cars, sports cars, tractors and wagons with hay on them. This all happens on approach to the Aberdeen bypass roundabout, approaching midday. Eighth of July 2022, approaching 11:30. Who was just on the phone?
I just told you.
Who? Dr. Calendar was just on the phone.
Don't you come with that to me.
Dr. Calendar was just on the phone. What did he say?
That he is to put a report into the physical's office about you, and you need to see him next time he makes an appointment. You have to meet up with him and speak to him.
Oh, so he hasn't put a report in?
He will have to put a report in.
He will have to put a report in?
Yes, and you need to speak to him.
So what did he do on Wednesday?
You
said he put a report in.
I said he put a letter in saying that.
A letter in?
Yes.
So why did he now to do a report?
Jesus, give me strength.
Why? I mean, he did a letter.
He has to do a report about you and your condition.
What condition's that?
Well, mental health problems that you've had for the past 6-7 years, haven't you? Doing all this. Stop doing that.
Yeah, but it started. Do you not remember
No, I don't.
The
And
consultation
clean
with
those glasses.
Dr. Joanne Curry on the 12th
No.
of November
Go and
2012.
clean those glasses.
But the
Can't go on your bike in
GMC
those.
returned a complaint,
No, no,
lodged on the 15th of November.
no. GMC
2012.
No
Yeah,
complaints
but
against the doctors.
The GMC returned a complaint in January 2022. The GMC have kept that complaint.
Don't be so stupid.
When Dr. Curry tore up my notes of physical symptoms complained about.
She did nothing of the kind.
But the evidence is there, held
No.
at the GMC.
No. Stop this nonsense.
You're saying I've got mental health issues, but this is the
Yes.
problem.
Yeah.
Because the evidence from the GMC contradicts what you say.
James.
Me?
Stop it. Stop it.
But you're now saying Dr. Calendar
You are not a normal
is going to send a
person.
report to the Procurator Fiscal.
You are
But
not
he
a
did that on
normal
Wednesday.
person. No, he did not.
2 days ago. You're now denying it. You're changing your story.
No, he wrote a letter
But it's in video.
Oh, for God's sake. but
It's
you're
recorded.
You're not up to going sitting in court and making statements on
What really
the way
happened?
you are,
It's all changing.
with all the noise and stuff that you are doing. Go and clean those glasses.
But it's people changing their statements.
No.
It's causing the issue.
Just listen to you. Is this a normal person talking, ranting and raving like
Okay,
this?
what are you reading anyway?
Go and clean
What
your
are these
glasses.
stories?
It's about clothes and stuff. Go and clean
What
your
about it?
glasses.
Read it aloud.
No, I'm not.
Jeanette's secret
No.
to beauty from within.
You're going on your bike, get on your bike.
TV
and clean your
personality
glasses
and
before you
dancing
go.
star.
No, not doing a running commentary and doing stuff on me all the time. Go and clean your glasses. Go and clean your glasses. You should have come down to see Dr. Calendar the other day.
Oh, so you went on Wednesday, the 6th of
Next
July
time, you need to
2022.
go and speak to him.
And that was at 10:30, wasn't it? Do you remember going just 2 days ago? Do you remember?
Of course. And stop
So you
this.
do remember.
Stop this running commentary. I'm not putting up with this. I'll go and sit somewhere
What did you
else.
say to Dr. Calendar?
No. I just told him that you're not right, and there's no way you can go and sit in
Not
court,
right.
sit in court and do stuff because of all the noises and stuff you're making.
It's the 23rd of June 2022, around 5 p.m. Which graveyard is this? This is the one by Causeway End and the Mount Holy roundabout. Around 5 p.m, the Mount Holy roundabout and Causeway End, it's a graveyard. And actually, look at the trees. They're really tall. This is the environment. You know, the opening hours of Aberdeen Sheriff Court are 9 until 4. 9 until 4? So that's a window of 7 hours. I mean, really, that's not even 9 till 5. I mean, this is justice in the heart of Aberdeen. Is this why there's a backlog of court cases? Really? Opening hours of Aberdeen Sheriff Court, 9 to 4 according to GeoAmi. They're the prison transfer service. And remember, last year, in July 2021, it was announced in the Press and Journal about the death of Stephen Simpson. Stephen Simpson, he was the fall guy from Aberdeen Sheriff Court. He banged his head at the court, and he actually, it was a week after he was released from Aberdeen Royal Infirmary. I mean, Stephen Simpson, remember him? No, you might remember him from last year in the Press and Journal, July 2021. Stephen Simpson, he's no relation to O.J. Simpson. No relation to O.J. Simpson. But anyway, the main point is, unless you get out and about, really find out the opening hours of places. Information online can actually be wrong, inaccurate. You need people to actually update the information as well. Often out and about, information is more accurate because people are printing signs. There's signs everywhere. They're actually more accurate than online information, but it's easier to update online information. But people need the digital skills. So this reinforces digital skills education. Really. I mean, it's quiet in this graveyard. Very quiet. It's a nice place that's tranquil. And the trees are massive. I mean, just along there, that's actually, near here, there's the University of Aberdeen. This is up near Causeway End. It was a school, but it closed in 2008. Closed in 2008. It's no longer a school, actually. Not a school. It's not a school. Causeway End is not a school. It's Unite Students. Students are in the building now. But Causeway End School's a really solid building, which was a school. It's built with good stuff. Granite is strong stuff, but often Wi-Fi signals they've got difficulty penetrating. I mean, the issue is actually, there's ways around that, actually. You need stronger routers. There are ways around it. Consult a BT expert, a BT engineer. There's the btshop.com. It sells a whole range of networking equipment to really boost your signal strength. btshop.com, that's the commercial shop of BT, the retail outlet. Sells a whole range of repeaters and extenders to really boost signal, amplify them, because over time, over a physical cable medium, it's like signals travelling through space and time on a carrier medium. Signals attenuate and weaken, and really, to send a signal to Mars, it becomes really weak. Really. There's need for patience, and it's an error-prone environment. All these Mars rovers, Perseverance, Curiosity. I mean, really. Exploration of other worlds. No one lives on Mars, but really, the whole concept behind exploration to Mars really helps strengthen the case for investment in technology. Keeping people going, searching for life in other worlds, is actually the big driver behind advancements in technology, and which people really benefit from. Advances in laser technology can benefit eyesight, really. Laser technology can benefit eyesight, improve it, correct vision for people with sight problems, and this really gives me hope for my mum. I mean, around 2011, she banged her head near her eye falling down steps and had a massive black eye, but actually she was attending the eye clinic before that, even before that. She has long been attending the eye clinic, always putting drops in her eyes for better vision. So, but really, laser eye advances in technology give people hope. But I mean, I don't want laser eye technology for mum, because I mean, putting lasers in the eye, I mean, it needs to be done with precision, and it's dangerous. It's got to be done gently with guided lasers, and really it's error prone. There's safety issues around lasers for eyesight. So really, we need to keep advancing technology, invest in it, invest in our young people, invest in digital skills education. And this is all from the graveyard. I don't know how significant that is, but I mean, sometimes you've got to really appreciate life, you've got to think about mental health. And I mean, all these people were alive once. Life is precious. You've got to look after people, look after everyone, be nice. And I mean, sometimes prison security guards, although they may say they look after people, they're not always nice. I mean, take the death of Stephen Simpson, July 2021, announced in the Press and Journal. You need to keep talking to justify your actions. The opening times of Aberdeen Sheriff Court, they're 9 to 4, so that's 7 hours. And it's actually closed at weekends. I mean, really. I mean, You're going to have a fulfilling vacation. Keep on producing output, helping others. I mean, people do like to unwind and relax, and that's fine also. But when you're relaxing, you can learn things, listen to audiobooks, watch documentaries on the BBC iPlayer, really advance. And when you contribute back to society, maybe produce your knowledge in video, for example, and when you share it, you can broaden horizons and help others. This is all worth bearing in mind. It's about, you need to treat everyone equally and with respect. Everyone. No matter, even if you suspect they've committed a crime, everyone must be treated fairly and with respect. Everyone. Because some people can face issues due to lack of chances, be unfairly stigmatized, have disabilities, issues with memory. I mean, I'm not remembering anything here. Nothing. I'm just talking. It's not nonsense though. It makes sense. Actually, it's facts. It's education. Education by the old Countess Wells School. Really. I don't think anyone's probably been filming in this graveyard. What will I film? Sometimes you need multiple devices to read from things and film. June 23rd, 2022, and the work starts here on the 29th. 9 o'clock for a day. You do need advance warning. Union Street, and there's a bendy bus. They're still on the go. No electric buses 10 to 5. And I thought this was the low emission zone. Started on 30th of May 2022. Well, that one looks low emission, that bike. No sound. Well, this is the future. Thicker tyres there to withstand potholes. That's Aberdeen City. It's 4:30 on the 23rd of June 2022. 23rd of June 2022. Busy with traffic. Really busy with traffic. 4:30. It takes a while commuting by active travel. And I mean, people sometimes just work 9 to 5. Particularly judges at Aberdeen Sheriff Court. They just work 9 to 5. I mean, really, this is a barrier to fair justice. That's why there's lots of criminals on the loose, really. It's the judges. And I mean, use of video, that enables decisions. That enables decisions on cases without prejudice. And I mean, there's the Criminal Procedure Scotland Act 1995 that mentions judges. It's really noisy here. I mean, this court is going to shut. Under Pressure. That was a song by Freddie Mercury. And Mercury, that's in thermometers. Think temperature, the science of temperature. That was on the BBC iPlayer. I mean, really, the criminal. Oh, it's really noisy here. The Criminal Procedure Scotland Act 1995. That mentions judges. And without prejudice. Video really enables, it's independent of any one witness. And what I'm witnessing is this traffic backlog. There's too many cars on the road, and you can't get to where you need to go in time, under pressure. You should always go to court, turn up beforehand, because if you don't turn up on the day, police can arrest you for non-turn up. Non-turn up at court, even if the court doesn't want to see you. I might not make it today, but at least I've documented my effort in video. This is really a nightmare. You can't get across this road. And no signs up yet. Section 22, the Transport Scotland 2019 Act. That's important. That marks the low emission zone. This is right through the city centre, Anderson Drive by Queen's Road. I mean, Section 22 says that Aberdeen City Council needs to erect signs. I'm going to have to come back tomorrow. This is Thursday. Really noisy here. It's now 5:23 on the 23rd of June 2022. It's Thursday, and actually this is by the old Causeway End School, closed in 2008. Criminal Procedure Scotland Act 1995, Section 7, 7-part, C. Fee breach of trust for nurses Colleen and Leah. They're from the Royal Cornhill Hospital. Featured in police video, the one I shared, via wearewesthill.co.uk/court. In the video, the nurses interrupt patient with autism, James, speaking with PC Duncan and PC Glennie. Judges must act without prejudice. That's what's contained in the law. Criminal Procedure Scotland Act 1995. No warrant was issued by court for James, escorted back to hospital by PC Anderson the day before alleged incident, which actually was on the 31st of August 2021. The day before was the 30th, when James missed dinner on Monday the 30th of August 2021. Acts of Parliament can actually intimidate people when read by the police, but they can help people to defend their actions with access to mobile data. Mobile data on the move. And also the Unlock charity, unlock.co.uk, they say police officers, when they come up to you on the spot, they actually must get you a solicitor. You've got to have a solicitor ready. And the Criminal Justice Scotland Act 2016, Section 65, that says that actually, that makes clear that the police cannot search people without a warrant. So they can't really put you in their car because they really need a warrant. Transport Scotland 2019 Act, Section 22, need for signs. Disabled Persons Parking Badges Act, 2013, Section 4, Blue Badge Scheme. 14th of June 2022, Aberdeenshire Council rejected James's app, James, autism patient, for Blue Badge for low emission zone in city centre. And on the 30th of August 2019, all those with autism were eligible for Blue Badge. Blue Badges, this was the law that came in, the law of the land. It comes into Parliament. Evidence of disability was given at the time of application to Aberdeenshire Council. Lots of evidence. Evidence from Skene Medical Group about James's diagnosis in January 1995. I mean, that confirmed it. I mean, confirmation of disability and digital evidence really confirms it. And I mean, Police Act 1997, Section 92, I mean, that interference with wireless telegraphy, that's unlawful. I mean, this is what the UK government has done. They've introduced these laws for the digital age. And ministers do this in anticipation for hope and advancements in technology to help people, citizens, to enjoy life. You've got to treat everyone with respect, actually. Help them to have a fulfilling vacation, really get to the root cause of crime. I mean, just locking people up with knowledge, that have knowledge, is really defeats the ends of justice. It makes people angry. Really, locking them up, actually, it makes them angrier, which defeats the point of justice, because it does away with their life. Life is valuable. This is mental health, actually. Really and truly. It's valuable and precious. And actually, advancements in technology are happening all the time. I mean, actually, mobile phones, the screen is switched off. It's really challenging filming out and about in various places. You do need multiple devices. wearewesthill.co.uk/court. Website shows at bottom a video, 8th of June 2022. PC McPherson from Inverurie. He said admonished in WebM format. That's a low file size, good image quality. So this really makes image practical, really. Low file size, good image quality, not conviction. Also, detained patients should in no way, definitely not face prosecution. James was detained at the Royal Cornwall Hospital on the 25th of August 2021. Really? Detained. And PC Calvert, on the same day actually, he said there's no crime here. No crime. And you've got to remember that Skene Medical Group, Dr. Joanne Curry, because she really values her job and her life. She really, a complaint came back from the GMC in January 2022. They've held data all this time. A complaint James lodged on the 15th of November 2012 about reporting physical symptoms. I mean, doctors need to investigate physical symptoms. Can't just class it off as mental health. That's why James was in such distress. This is really a big problem. You need to help people. Otherwise they just suffer, and that's emotional suffering. Detained patients should not face prosecution. Solicitor Bob Anderson said admonished was a conviction for a court case 31st of January 2014. Actually, he produced a letter and it was dated the 28th of February. And actually the Scottish Court Service says the case was, well, it was delayed for sentencing, but there was no sentencing because Sheriff Fleetwood said admonished in open court. And then there was Sheriff Stewart, which is said to have read the Criminal Justice Report dated 28th of February 2014. You've got to go into all these dates and all these people, and they all want to live. They don't want to face responsibility. These are paid professionals. Some people are really vulnerable and out of work. Really. But and if you keep being proactive and make the news, I mean really, you can put people off. Solicitor Bob Anderson, yes, I've gone into him. Yes, Solicitor Bob Anderson. I mean, let's just be clear, he was a low-paid legal aid solicitor, helped many a person with autism that was wrongly detained. I mean, he was a local chap, a local West Hill chap in the 41 Club, friendly with Dad. That's why he helped, really. He was on good name terms with parents. If you don't have parents and you're not on good name terms with people, people can really, when people don't like you, they just lie and cheat. This is what makes evidence and video evidence. I mean, judges must consider cases without prejudice. Only video is the only independent evidence that does this. Shared video. Sharing video creates multiple witnesses. Really, it can keep people that are really vulnerable much safer. I mean, that's the bottom line. Section 7, Part C. Well, this is referring to the Criminal Procedure Scotland Act 1995. Section 7, Part C, that there was a credit breach of trust and embezzlement. iPad on video. The iPad was cracked. Nurses kept taking it off me. The video makes clear the iPad was cracked and reported to PC Duncan and PC Glennie. I mean, PC Glennie omitted his name at the time, saying Duncan. It's not really clear which officer's male or female, to be honest. I mean, you need to go into visually retained data. And you need to see people alongside the video. Really, that's what makes court appearances via video. People turning up to court with video evidence alongside. That really makes cases more genuine and authentic bringing greater justice to the most vulnerable. J&C Lynch, Balmoral Place, open for kids going to school at Broomhill Primary. Broomhill Primary, J&C Lynch, Balmoral Place, open for kids going to school at Broomhill Primary. You just have to abandon your bikes. Hope they definitely do not get stolen. There's no place to lock them out there. This is the problem. All these convenience stores. You've got to take drinks with you, food and drinks, in a bicycle basket. And I mean, PC Main and PC Fraser, I mean, they saw me as distinguishable with a bicycle basket. Easily distinguishable, so marked out. So that's why the police stopped me. But really, they were taken aback by Acts of Parliament and my use of video. Really. But they don't like, police officers really don't like you asking their names, as they made clear. PC Main and PC Fraser. Well, they don't like people asking you their names. So you've got to respect people. Really. You've got to show them respect. And I did show them respect. I didn't keep the video actually focused on them. But I mean, there is still video. And actually, people change appearance as they age. And also, you need video evidence in court of people committing crimes alongside the person appearing for a true representation to really put someone behind bars. These are all the issues when you go into criminal justice and defending that people face for a fair defence. The Lord Advocate at Scottish Top Ministers at gov.scot is aware of this case and might be speaking to Chief Constable and the Fiscal Depute. All procurators seem to be called Fiscal Depute, and I did conquer the level of procurator playing Sierra Caesar 3, city building, computer game, was crowned Caesar, growing olives and fruit, along with some meat, also wheat. You know, I said in a previous video, my grandfather, same name, 1977, Press and Journal, Award for Outstanding Services to Agriculture, First Award, North East Scotland. Mainly peaceful settlements. They are easier to control, but everything costs money. Mars is the Roman god of war. Hell is actually Earth. I mean, just think Alaska. Think Alaskan road truckers on broken, breaking roads. That's ice. You can really plunge into icy water. You won't survive that. We need more sophisticated Mars rovers. Better than Perseverance. Much perseverance is needed for active travel. And really, it took me 2 hours to get from West Hill to the Sheriff Court. Closed at 5 o'clock when I arrived, at 10 to 5 actually. And it was an hour and 50 minutes maybe. It takes a while when you get stuck at Anderson Drive, rush hour traffic. It was going up and down. I mean, really. And this is the city centre, Aberdeen, the low emission zone. Came into effect 30th of May 2022. The future is electrifying and exciting, electric vehicles. But people are going to need help to understand it. It's alternating current to direct current, 43 kilowatts, 50 kilowatts, so says Kingswell's Park and Ride. It's the stuff of engineering and sophisticated mathematics. But engineers have long invented great products. Just think, it's been over a century since the invention of X-rays, actually. Early 20th century. That's when the X-rays came in. The X-rays for examining bones. There's also gamma rays. They're really powerful. You can get blown away with them. Radiation cells. Gamma rays. You've got to be proactive in life. That's the bottom line. Keep being productive. It gets busy in Aberdeen city centre. I mean, really. It gets very, very busy. Think about mental health. All these people were alive once. Once alive. I mean, bikes are great. They're going to keep you healthier for longer. Healthier, more productive. I mean, really. That's the benefit of exercise. Doctors have long championed exercise, the cause of exercise. And bikes are also carbon neutral. Some bikes are e-bikes, electric bikes. They've got a battery. You charge it at home. Alternating current to direct current. Actually, AC to DC conversion, that's the basis for universal battery chargers. I've long had battery chargers. I've always liked universal charging. The ability to rechargeable batteries, the ability to charge them up. It really cuts down on environmental electronic waste, really. Ever since a child going to Florida in 1994, flying over Greenland, witnessing mountains of ice from the plane. I mean, often you need planes to visit these people. There was Boyd's Antarctic expedition, early 20th century. Ernest Shackleton walked on the South Pole. People have done these things. You can see things from aeroplanes, great sights. I mean, a massive ice sheet on Greenland, ice is really bright white, so it's really visible, and you can see snow in the mountains. I mean, when you start going into memories and start thinking back, and actually documenting them, you start remembering all sorts of events. There's all sorts of great events, as well as emotional trauma. Crimes really bring out the worst in people when they're abused. That's emotional trauma. It can last a long time. 60 years. 60 years is the length of time emotional trauma lasts. I mean, Mum still recalls the leather tours, Invergordon Primary School. Belted. But actually, Miss Crystal, who belted her, she was the teacher that actually helped her Mum's family, putting them up, comforting them when her house burnt down in 1959. Article in the Daily Express. Water was pumped from the Cromarty Firth. You've got to remember this. There was no such thing as mobile phones. Kids were on the beach playing. They had to run. They had to really run to the phone box, see a house on fire. Some people still have to run and cycle. I mean, you still got to cycle like mad to get to Aberdeen Sheriff Court on time for a court case. When you embrace active travel, I mean, really, you got to keep fit. Keep really fit. And I mean, there was no patient transport for James when he needed an X-ray in December 2019, 4 weeks on from breaking his leg. James wasn't eligible for patient transport. He had to get down steps in his home with his mum's support. Mums, they give life. The gift of life, you need to look after them. But I mean, as everyone gets older, there's dementia and forgetfulness. And people with autism can be forgetful from an early age. Really, this is memory. See, this really, when you go into computing and study it, actually using computers and storing data, that really allows memories to live on. People to look back and reflect, see the mistakes they've made, and then move on to make well-meaning improvements for others. This is the foundation of lifelong learning, enshrined in Curriculum for Excellence, launched in 2011 by the SNP, but long in the planning, had roots to teacher Jack McConnell. A teacher! This is education. And this is the Graveyard by Causeway End School, the school that closed in 2008, now run by Unite students. It's got a new lease of life. Students, the next generation, they're giving it a new lease of life. They're prolonging the use of Causeway End. Some of them might even be Causeway End pupils, former ones that went to the school. Unite students, now running the building. Students are the future. You need to educate them on your mistakes, your lessons from life. I mean, it's no use just putting people in jail, depriving them of internet access, because actually they've got wisdom, in a sense. The mistakes they've made, I mean, that's wisdom that's valuable. You've got to talk, document, produce reports, videos, photos, be creative. The creative industry. The creative industry of language also links to knowledge and comprehension. Explaining. Break complex topics down. Help others understand. This is the basis that enshrines Curriculum for Excellence. Curriculum for Excellence is about learners that are environmentally responsible. Launched in 2011, young people are all growing up being environmentally responsible. That's what gave rise to Greta Thunberg and major environmental causes. This really is The environment is centre stage. But people are still going, really, electrification of motoring, this is the big future. And there's a role for active travel. You've got to really persevere with active travel. It takes time, but it'll keep you fitter.
By the police themselves.
They're not police officers, they're police staff.
Well, you're refusing to leave. Then
You just said they're police officers.
Never said they're police officers. They're part of the police. They're police.
They're police staff.
Yes, they're police, as in police staff.
But they didn't give their names.
They're giving you badge numbers. That's all they have to give you.
Your business here is finished with.
So I need you to leave the building just now, please. You've been asked nicely.
Okay, can I just ask, what police office did PC Anderson and PC Crawford come from?
Can you leave the building, please?
You need to know that the police office they came from to complain about criminal conduct to the Procurator Fiscal. You can do that. You complain to the police about criminal conduct of the Procurator Fiscal. What?
You weren't arrested.
Ah, but
No,
I shouldn't have been taken back to the hospital. Because crimes happen there. It's not a safe place. There's a whole case. You're not aware of it. This is the problem. The police go around with snippets of information and they don't have the full facts. You don't have the full facts.
Okay, your business here is finished with. Okay.
Well, it's not finished with, actually.
Sir, we've been asked to leave just now.
Who are
Please leave
you?
the building.
Are you Aberdeen City Council?
No, security for the building. You've been asked to
Security
leave
for the building?
Yes, you've been asked to leave the building.
So you are Aberdeen City Council?
I'm not working for the Aberdeen City Council, no.
So you work for the police?
Contracted by police and the City Council.
You're contracted by the police under the City Council. So who do you work for exactly? The City Council or the police?
Well,
Please,
security.
sir,
What?
you've been asked to leave the building, okay? If you want to debate this somewhere else, please take your
Oh,
time.
we can get a police officer.
We have got other people to see.
There's a whole case.
We've got other people to see. Can you
I've got a whole wealth of evidence. I can sit to you all day.
You can't sit there all
Why
day.
not?
You've got other people.
You're going to forcefully remove me?
You've got another area you can go to.
Yes, we'll make this a police matter. I want an investigation.
Can you please
You've been asked to
leave?
leave the building.
No, I want an investigation.
There is no investigation. You've been asked to leave.
Are you going to make this a police matter?
It's up to you if you want to make a police officer. You've been asked to leave the building.
I didn't get my warrant.
Doesn't matter. You've been asked. Your business here is done. You've been asked to leave the building. We're asking you nicely to leave just now, okay?
No, where's Kate Stephen?
I
She's
don't
in
know who
charge
that
of
is. It doesn't-
North
it
East
doesn't
Police
matter.
Division.
You've been asked by the guys to leave.
What?
You've been asked by the guys to leave the building. The police are going to come out. We'd rather not make it a police matter. Could you just?
Oh no, I want to make it a police matter. I want a full investigation.
You want to be arrested?
Well, actually, you can't arrest me
You've been asked to leave the building. That's what I'm saying.
because I haven't committed a
You're refusing
crime.
to leave.
But I haven't committed a crime. That's the
You've
issue.
been asked to leave the building.
I'm making inquiries.
Requested to leave the building by your police colleagues. He's refusing to do it. Please just leave the desk.
Are the police coming?
Yep.
Why don't you just leave this now, my man, before they come? There's no point in.
Okay. Oh, can I have a copy of the CCTV? You'd allowed it.
You're not. No, you're not.
Oh, you are.
You are not.
The Evening Express and the Press and Journal said everyone's allowed a copy of CCTV when they appear on it.
Unless you commit a crime or something.
Ah, but oh no, everyone's allowed.
That has to be done
if
through
they-
your solicitor.
No, you're allowed to ask for it, and you've got 30 days to provide a copy of it.
Do you believe the building, please?
If you appear on CCTV, you're allowed a copy of it. I can refer you to the actual article that was published in the Press and Journal and
Once you
Evening
commit a
Express.
crime and your solicitor deals with that. That's nothing to do. Just
Oh
now.
no,
You've been asked to leave a building. Nicely.
you can make a request to shops
Oh, just
within
now,
30 days.
Not here. No.
Are the police coming?
They are
Oh,
coming.
that's
yes.
good. We can go into this in a great depth.
No, we don't have to. You'll be arrested, and that'll be the end of it. So I'm asking you nicely
But
to keep.
you
going.
can't arrest me because I haven't committed a crime. I'm
Well,
making
you
inquiries.
You have.
Well, what's the crime?
Breach of the peace, and you're refusing to leave it. You're
What do you mean?
basically trespassing as well. because
Breach
you've been
of the
asked to leave
peace.
building.
How can it be breach of the peace?
Yes, because you're causing a kerfuffle right now.
It can't be breach of the peace if you're making inquiries.
Just kindly leave. You've been asked to leave.
So do I get a copy of the CCTV?
You have to just. You've got to go through your solicitor and ask them to ask them for it. You've been asked to leave just now.
But
You cannot demand. You're not entitled to CCTV just now. You're not demanded.
But I'm on it. Is the CCTV working?
Of course it is. It's always working here.
Well, if it's working, and you appeal on it, you're allowed a copy of it.
Kindly leave the building.
So you've refused CCTV, okay. What are your names?
Do I have to give you my name, sir?
Yes.
This is delete just now.
Yes, I want to see the police.
Okay, if you just head up to the police desk at the top.
Yes, I've got some notes that I want to see. Basically, I want to talk to you about the 30th. Oh, it's okay. I'm happy to stand. It's about the 30th of August, 2021.
Do you mind having a seat, please?
Oh, no problem.
Do you want to pop your phone down so that uncomfortable having it?
Well, I've got notes.
Well, do you want to pop the phone down?
Pop the phone down. Oh, no problem at all.
Okay. You can pop it on the counter, please.
Yes, but I've got notes.
It's just that
I can't read it if I pop it down.
you can look at it when it's on the counter.
Look at it if it's on the counter, but you can't see it. Anyway, it's about the 30th of August, 2021, when PC Anderson and PC Crawford picked me up after I walked to West to Old School from Royal Cornwall Hospital. Yes, they checked my pockets, searching me to see if I had anything sharp before they picked me up. But the issue is, under Section 65 of the Criminal Justice Scotland Act 2016, they're required to have provided a warrant. So, under Section 65 of the Criminal Justice Scotland Act, it's under under Section 65 of the Criminal Justice Scotland Act. It makes clear that a warrant is required. So I'm asking for a copy of the warrant.
So you're mistaken.
I'm not mistaken.
You are mistaken.
It's in section six,
No,
under
you are
section
not.
65 of the Criminal Justice Scotland Act
You are
2016.
mistaken.
I'm not
For a
mistaken.
personal search, you do not need a warrant.
That's not what the
There
law
is no
says.
warrant required for a search.
Have you read the particular act?
For a personal search, you do not need a warrant.
For a personal search, you do not need a warrant.
Correct. So if they were checking your pockets, they do not need a warrant to do that.
But it states in the act you need a warrant.
That's for a property. You're mistaken.
I'm not mistaken.
You are mistaken.
No, I'm not. I'm asking for a copy of the warrant. Are you going to provide me with a copy of the warrant?
It's not a warrant, because one is not
Okay.
required.
They said I was under section 28. So under section 28, people are required to be arrested before they're taken in a police car. But PC Anderson and PC Crawford also told me there was no crime here. And they said I can ask the police for help. They said there was no crime under section 28. The people that are required to be arrested. I wasn't under arrest. So where's the warrant?
There is no warrant.
Where's the copy of the section 28?
Why would they have a copy of a section 28 when you weren't arrested?
But they said a section 28 had been issued.
I think you're mistaken.
No, I'm not mistaken.
You're mistaken about the warrant, because there wouldn't have been a warrant issued either.
I'm mistaken about the warrant and section 28. No, they said there was a section 28 applied to me.
Was that for the Mental Health Act?
That was for them to be able to pick me up.
Under the Mental Health Act?
Well, it could be under the Mental Health Act, Care and Treatment Scotland Act 2003, but under that act, under section 284,
You said
people...
You said you'd been at Cornhill.
Yes,
Okay.
but...
Was it as a place of safety?
Well, it's supposed to be a place of safety, but my iPad was taken off me. And I told PC Duncan and PC Glennie on the 31st of August
So you were assessed
2021.
You were assessed under Section 28 of the Mental Health Act. It's not a police act, it was mental health.
But under section
They
28,
took you to the hospital.
under
under
section
that.
28, if you read up on the legislation,
Yes, we've got it in front of us here. Okay. So it was under the Mental Health Act you were spoken to.
under the Mental Health Act.
Yes. So you were taken to Cornhill and assessed.
No, I walked home from Cornhill.
How did you get there?
I was admitted on the 25th of August. And that's a different story.
How did you get to the hospital?
In Mum's car with Mum driving and PC Calvert in the back seat.
There was an officer that took you there.
Well, it was supposed to be an ambulance.
Not necessarily,
Yes, it was. An ambulance was ordered.
but...
You're saying not necessarily.
You have to go off in an ambulance.
But an ambulance was ordered.
There might not be one free to do that.
That's the issue. So the police were here for over an hour.
It's not an issue.
Anyway, that's not the issue. The point is,
What is the reason you're actually here just now?
a copy of the warrant.
There is no warrant.
No warrant. You're saying there's no warrant.
There is no warrant.
But under section 65 of the Criminal Justice Scotland Act 2016, okay,
You're mistaken.
I'm mistaken. But when police officers charge someone, they're meant to mention the Criminal Justice Scotland Act in section 1.
You're going round in circles and you're mistaken about what you're speaking
I'm
about.
mistaken about what I'm speaking about. No, I'm not mistaken.
There was no warrant.
Are you aware of Police Act 1997, section 92, which says interference with wireless telegraphy is unlawful?
Listen.
Listen,
We are not going into different legislations, okay?
into different
This is
legislations. You're not going into it.
Listen. This is not the purpose of what we are here for, okay?
What are you here for then?
You've come in asking for a warrant. No warrant would have been issued.
So you're saying no warrant was
Listen,
issued?
Are you going to listen to me?
Oh, I'm
Or
listening
are
to
you
you.
going to talk over me?
Yes,
No
I'm talking
warrant
over
would
you.
have been issued for the purposes of what you're talking about, okay? In respect of that, your business here is finished, and I'll ask you
Okay,
to
what's
leave.
your name?
And I'll ask you
What's
to
your
leave.
name?
My number is 4619.
4619.
Yes.
What's your name?
My number is 4619.
Everyone's got a name.
You don't need to give a name.
4619.
Yes.
What's your name?
My number
I
is
spoke to
46.
Debbie, Morag and Lynn last time.
I don't care who you've spoken to, okay? All we're required to do is give you a number.
And your number is?
4619.
4619. And what's your number? Have you got one?
Why do you need my number?
What's your number? 2421.
2421.
So you get your numbers now, okay? Because the ladies.
But I didn't get my warrant.
There is
No,
warrant,
there is no
and I
warrant.
don't need to
So
give
your
you one.
business here
But
is
the,
finished.
you're required under the law.
You don't, not for a personal search.
We're
for
not going to
safety.
go over this again and
For
again.
safety.
No warrant was issued. Can you please leave the building?
You're not Debbie and Morag, are you?
Can you please leave the
Sir,
building?
you've been asked to leave the building now, please, okay?
Leave the building.
Yes, you've been asked to leave the building. Don't make it a police matter now.
Well, we could make it a police matter.
Basically, if you're refusing
I've
to leave
got
the
a whole
building,
pile of crimes.
trespassing. So you've been asked to leave the building just now.
There's a whole...
Can you leave
That's
the
Keith.
building,
You've been
please?
asked to
There's
leave the
other
building
people
now.
here.
You're asking me to leave the building without my warrant.
You've been asked to leave the building by the police themselves.
In 1998, we were using Windows 98.
Are you listening? Go and switch off everything through there. You're not in the dining room. Go and switch off the lights. Switch off the computer.
Lights. Oh, they make video better. You can see with lights.
No, you can switch them all off. You're not through there.
But when you dim lights, video footage becomes, the quality becomes worse. 1898, the first wireless signal was sent. Marconi. Was he Italian?
No idea.
George Kemp was a local politician in Northern Ireland. What do you remember from Northern Ireland? Did you like visiting that country?
It was fine, yeah.
In September 2009? Did you like it?
You're alright?
Do you remember Dad kept saying 2 pensioners and a disabled to get in places?
It wasn't well when we were there.
What?
It really wasn't well.
What do you mean wasn't well? 2009?
It was a few days he wasn't well.
He was fine.
You were being a damn nuisance when he was lying down in his sleep one afternoon. He wouldn't shut up.
Or was that in Ballycastle?
Can't remember who it was.
I think it could have been.
You're still a bloody nuisance.
You're saying I was a nuisance. But you liked Northern Ireland, didn't you? So did Dad. Didn't you?
It was alright.
What did you like about it?
Very like Scotland.
What did you think? What can you remember about Northern Ireland?
Not a lot. A long time ago.
You learned about the Spanish Armada in Londonderry, didn't you?
Yep.
What did you learn from that? Hello? What did you learn?
I'm trying to listen and learn from this.
What's this? This is
Shut up! I can't hear him.
Devon and
I
Cornwall.
like him talking, so shut up.
Who's he?
John Nettles.
John Nettles. No, this isn't Devon and Cornwall.
It is.
Oh, it is. Devon and Cornwall.
Would you be quiet?
John Nettles.
And his small, partially recycled sailing boat.
Let's just be clear. PC Spencer and PC Jones failed to interview you when you were present on the day of the alleged incident on the 21st of August 2013. Do you remember they didn't interview you? Ma'am? Why are you talking? Why aren't you talking?
Because I've had enough of your crap, James.
Do you remember police officers interviewing you about the assault on Hazel Gregg? Hello? Do you remember? Do you remember? Mum? Why aren't you talking?
I'm not having you pointing your camera at me and talking crap all the time, James. I've had enough of it. Stop all this nonsense.
Did police officers interview you?
Wilcott name could soon be proudly etched on a prized piece of Cornish silverware once again.
You submitted a document to Aberdeen Sheriff Court informing Sheriff Fleetwood about the incident involving Hazel Gregg. The police didn't interview you. The police produced a document informing the Procurator Fiscal. A statement. They noted I made no reply. But they didn't interview you, did they, Mum? Hello?
They didn't need to. There was no police there when I was there at the hospital, James.
No police when you were at the hospital?
No.
Not on the 21st of August, 2013?
No, I was away home.
You're saying there was no police?
No.
You're saying you were away home?
Yep.
But you were there when the nurse was hit, is that right?
I was behind you. I didn't see you hit.
You were behind me?
Yep. I was in your room and you were in the corridor. I did not see you hit the nurse, and I'm not had enough of this crap. So just go
You were
away.
in my room and I was in the corridor.
Yes, because I was getting my bag to go home.
But you
You'd
didn't
been
mention...
attacking me before that and hurting my arms.
You're saying I was...
The nurse intervened.
The nurse intervened?
Yes, when we were out in the corridor.
Why are you saying it happened in the corridor now? This is important.
It did happen in the corridor because heaps of people were sitting and standing there.
But in your statement to the court, let me just read a bit of it.
No,
It contradicts what you're saying now.
no. And I've had enough of this, James. You just stop it.
And its potential dangers.
This is 2022. We're not in 2013.
Runs her own co-steering company, offering fresh
We're
perspectives.
living here in 2022 trying to get on with our lives, and you just stop all this.
You said in your statement to the court, I was being, quote, defensive rather than aggressive towards Nurse Gregg, to keep her at arm's length in an attempt to maintain his personal space, closed quotation. You also said, open quote, Miss Gregg is a nurse who through training, knowledge and experience for people with Asperger's syndrome should have known better than to try and intervene alone with an autistic patient having a psychotic episode. Close quote. You went on to say, open quote, I consider the action on that day was reckless and foolhardy. Close quote. So let's be clear. You're saying you said Hazel Gregg was alone to the court. Now you're saying it happened in the corridor.
With witnesses sitting there and standing.
You're saying it happened with witnesses, but you told the court she was alone. And it didn't happen in the corridor, it happened in my room.
It didn't happen in your room, James.
I stood up from being on my bed.
No, it was in the corridor.
But she was alone. You said that in your statement to the court. Now you're saying there's witnesses.
There was people
Because
sitting
witnesses
there.
emerged.
There
How
was-
many people were sitting there?
There was two people, at least two people sitting there, and there was two people standing as well.
But how can you suddenly recall this when on... This is not in your statement to the court. The court case was on the 31st of January 2014. The social work report was dated the 28th of February 2014. You were really supportive of me during the court case. It's in your statement. You said, open quote, Miss Gregg is a nurse who through training, knowledge and experience of people with Asperger's syndrome should have known better than to try and intervene alone with an autistic patient having a psychotic episode. Close quote. You were supportive of me.
I'm not supportive anymore.
You're saying you're not supportive anymore. So now you're not supportive. You're changing your statements. You're changing what happened.
Grow up, James, and move on and stop.
Events force people to change their story and change what happens. You also told the court, open quote, expected to be released that day, close quote. I expected to be released that day. You also said, open quote, the local GPs were getting annoyed at me phoning for their help We tried social services to get him taken into care. They said that because of his erratic behaviour, they had nowhere for him and we were left to cope. Close quote. Is that right? Do you remember saying that?
Yes. Will you go away?
You do remember saying that? About social services?
I remember.
Because of erratic behaviour, they had nowhere for me. So why didn't you? I mean, this is important.
It's not important. Piss off.
You should be able to go to any police station and for the police to put you into temporary accommodation.
It's all done and dusted. Go
Yeah,
away.
but when I was at Inverurie police station, the police wanted to put me in a hotel. Do you remember that?
Yep.
You remember that?
Yes.
Put me in a hotel and pay money. But this is the purpose of temporary accommodation with Aberdeenshire Council.
Go away.
You're supposed to go to a police station and get put into... They're supposed to find you accommodation. No one should be homeless in Scotland.
Right, I'm going to have to go through to my room.
But yet some people are homeless. There's a homeless charity shelter.
James, shut up.
Shut up.
Shut up and go away.
Can I see your face?
No,
Why are you covering yourself over? It's a bonny blanket.
because I'm not putting up with your crap.
Did you knit
You're
this?
doing this day
Did you
after
crochet
day
this?
and bothering me. Go away.
Did you crochet this?
Go away.
You did crochet this, didn't you? And the Women's Weekly is here. You read that magazine.
Stop doing all this running commentary and crap all the time.
But it's important.
It's not.
It is
Living in
important.
2022 now. Get on with your life and stop the nonsense. You're getting madder and madder every day.
Getting madder.
Yep. It's out of your skull.
Do you remember when you drove me to Royal Cornhill Hospital on the 1st of August 2013?
No.
It was after a phone conversation with Dr. Hunter, do you remember? He relayed words such as, if you didn't convince me to go to the hospital, he was going to issue a detention for me. Do you remember that?
I do, yes.
You do remember that? You phoned the doctor's surgery and spoke to Colin. And he said that. Did he really say that?
We were in seeing him at the surgery when you hit him and he told me to take you home and he was phoning Cornhill Hospital about you.
But he didn't phone Cornhill
He
Hospital.
did and he phoned me back
We
and
went
told
there.
me to take you in.
You're saying he phoned you back. You phoned him.
Well, whoever phoned whoever, he told me that I had to take you in to Cornhill Hospital to see them in there.
And you remember on the 1st of August 2013, I tapped him on the leg with an umbrella.
I do, yes.
But he wasn't hurt, was he?
No.
Why didn't he contact the police?
Because he was giving you a chance, feeling sorry for you.
But do you not remember I confronted him about how his medicines didn't work and how garlic provided great relief? Do you remember that?
No. Will you go away and stop this nonsense?
You don't remember that?
Stop shouting at me and go away.
I'm not shouting.
You are. Get out of here. I don't want to talk to you.
You're shouting.
Aye, well, go away. I'm trying to watch my programme.
Do you remember my carry on with garlic? Porridge?
Just a load of nonsense as usual.
But I found great relief from garlic.
Rubbish.
Do you remember it? Garlic with porridge.
All in your mind as usual.
Have you forgotten?
No, I haven't, but it was all in your mind.
So you admit I was eating garlic.
Still out of your mind. Will you go
You
away?
just said you hadn't forgotten.
Go away.
You remembered.
Look at these ladies.
Extracting confessions from people is real
Go
hard
away
work.
And stop your nonsense. I missed all that.
You've admitted you're no longer sympathetic with me.
No, I've had enough of you. You won't listen to what I say to you.
Do you remember Colin Hunter delayed a test for vitamin D when I originally asked for one by weeks?
He did one and went away to Glasgow and was told he didn't have enough vitamin D in your body.
Yes, he did one, but do you remember it was after a home visit? He turned up here after I insisted on vitamin D test. Do you remember Dr. Hunter?
Oh, I don't remember all
So
Okay,
go away.
but do you remember he wasn't going to give me my driving licence back in 2013 because of the police involvement? Do you remember that?
No, I don't.
But do you remember I didn't have my driving licence?
Yes, because the police took it away because you were nuts.
So why did the police do that without a court-backed sanction? Because nowadays, and before even then, courts take driving licence away when people get penalty points and too many.
And police take them away as well.
No, the police don't normally do that.
They do, they can.
You're saying they can,
Yes.
but the police don't normally do it.
Go away. Would you stop that? Switch that off and go away. What a load of crap all the time. Go and have a bath. You're stinking.
But I'm not stinking.
You are so.
I don't
Have
stink
a
of
bath
anything.
for
You're
over 2
not
weeks.
near me.
Go and get a bath.
You're on the couch and I'm over by the chair.
Yes, and you haven't done a bath for over 2 weeks. Feet in there behind and everything must be horrible.
Have you kept a diary?
No, but I remember.
Oh, you haven't kept a diary.
2 weeks on Tuesday since you had a bath. That's awful. Where you go and get one now? Switch off the lights and everything through there and off you go.
Do you remember when I walked home on the 2nd of September 2013? When the police turned up with guns? Do you remember that?
That's one I missed from the other night.
Do you remember?
Yes, I remember. Will you go
You
away and
remember?
stop this crap, James? Go away.
Do you remember you gave me small change?
Go to my bed.
Do you remember you gave me small change at the hospital to use the payphone at the end of the corridor in Drumward?
Yep.
You remember that? Seriously? You told me not to take my wallet back to the hospital.
Yep.
Why did you believe that?
Because people don't hold on to wallets and money and things in case they go missing, in case they get stolen.
But you were giving you just gave me some small change,
Yes,
didn't
well,
you?
that was enough. You weren't going to be buying shopping, were you?
There was a payphone on Drumward. But I phoned home. You answered. I couldn't speak to you. You couldn't hear me. And when I dialed multiple solicitors, or tried to using the cordless phone, on the ward cordless phone, nurses took it off me. They shouldn't have been doing that.
They should have.
Why?
Because you were crazy, Jibs.
Crazy? But I had a tablet, but there was no internet access at the hospital. It rolled out in 2014, a year later. But the Wi-Fi network was password protected for staff only. You know, Bracken Ward closed in 2017 due to an inability to retain staff, a ward which catered for those with learning disabilities. The ward closed. It couldn't retain staff. No one wants to work with people with learning disabilities.
Don't blame them.
Well, you don't blame them. You used to work with children at the playgroup, didn't you?
Yes, but they didn't have learning disabilities.
Didn't have learning disabilities. What about Dennis Ralph? He had a brain tumour and died.
Well, that wasn't a disability.
Wasn't a disability?
No.
But brain tumours can make people disabled. They can give them seizures. Dennis Ralph, did you say he was a nice boy? Was he a nice boy?
Look at the snow in Alaska.
What was he like? Was he quiet? He was quiet, you're admitting that.
Would you go away, please?
You know that Section 284 of the Mental Health Care and Treatment Scotland Act 2003 carries provisions for patients to use phones. You said I shouldn't have been able to use a phone, saying I was out of my mind. But under the law in Scotland, you're allowed to use phones. unless you're a security risk. But in 2013, there was no mention that I was a security risk.
It's quite a magical thing, Scallop Grounds, because it's the biggest accumulation of life that I've ever seen.
It's the beginning of the new scallop season, and for Fraser, there's only one clean and green way to do it: diving in and collecting them by hand.
It's the first time that we've dived that site for a good 8 months. We generally give it a while to replenish, and as long as we can get out there with the weather forecast, then it should be a fairly good haul. The way that we fish and the way that we leave our grounds in fairly good order, it's a very sustainable fishery. So we can continue going back year after year to the same areas and getting good hauls. It's amazing, really, that the ocean just keeps giving.
As a diver, Fraser gets an exclusive perspective on Devon's interconnection with the sea. And together with crewmates Helen and John, he's heading out to a...
Are you watching Devon and Cornwall?
I'm trying to, but I'm not getting much peace, am I? There's some fool doing a running commentary all the time over in the corner.
Jurassic. It's
Somebody living in the past,
you leave all
not in the present.
You're saying I'm living in the past and the present, but the police bring people to justice decades later.
Stop all this crap that you're doing, James, and talking like this all the time.
And you remember PC Calvert when he was here on the 25th of August 2021? He said mental health nurses would investigate my issues. When I went to the hospital, he said it on video, but when I went there, no one investigated anything. And I went voluntary in the end, remember, in your car. Do you remember that? The fact that you submitted a document to the court and the police produced a document, sent it to the Procurator Fiscal, what it shows is that the nurses failed to tell the police the truth about what happened because they failed to disclose my mum, my named person, was present during the assault on Hazel Gregg.
I wasn't.
But you were.
I wasn't. I was in the room.
In the room?
Mm-hmm.
But you were present.
I wasn't.
You told Aberdeen Sheriff Court you were present.
No, you were out in the corridor.
I wasn't in the corridor.
You were.
I was in my room.
No, you weren't in your room.
And the fact remains there should have been CCTV in the corridor. If it happened in the corridor. But I was in my room.
You weren't in your room. You were out in the
Because Hazel Gregg was alone. You told Aberdeen Sheriff Court she was alone. In your written statement, which Dad helped you produce. So you keep going on about the corridor, but you didn't mention where it happened in your statement.
Go away and stop it.
Pick them up too fast and you catch your hand on this bit and give you a rather nasty cut.
It's all done and dusted, and you pleaded guilty to hitting her, so stop it.
Will be much in demand.
But I shouldn't have been taken to court. You don't prosecute people with dementia.
You didn't have dementia.
They should be going to court.
You didn't have dementia.
Sustainable methods are proving effective, and he'll only return to
You were
garner
very
goodies from the same
angry
spot
and very aggressive.
before leaving it to replenish. To be able to live and work on the seas of his native Devon means everything. It's here, above.
And you were forgetting things all the time.
You're saying I was forgetting things all the time.
Yep.
Now you're getting there. Forgetting.
Yes, you would do things and then you would...
That's like dementia.
No,
That's your admission.
no. Stop your nonsense, please. I'm not speaking to you anymore.
According to NHS Highland in June 2021, a Freedom of Information response, they say that zero tolerance started in the early 1990s. It's been on the go for a while, and patients with dementia can be aggressive. People that are forgetful can be aggressive, and nurses wouldn't dream of prosecuting them. So this is significant. I should never have been charged by the police. I should never be charged by the police.
You didn't have dementia, James.
But you just said I was forgetting things all the time.
So it's going to be a tough race.
Is autism mental health issues or a learning disability? You did managing challenging behaviour and training in autism when you were at playgroup. Mum?
A bit, yeah.
Is autism a learning disability or mental health? Or both?
It can be a bit of both.
A bit of both. So what do I have? In your opinion? You're an expert.
I'm not an expert.
No, you're not an expert. You're saying you're not an expert.
No.
But you did training when at playgroup, on the job training.
A little bit.
But you did that after, not long after I was diagnosed. Is that because the psychiatrist at the time, in 1995, January 1995, when I was diagnosed, didn't tell you much about the condition? Is that right? How much did they tell you, doctors?
Not a lot. James, will
Not
you
a
go
lot.
away? Will you buzz off, please? Go away, I've had enough.
That's
of
because
this
they
crap.
didn't know a lot.
It's the end of all this crap. I've just had enough.
Primary school children do curriculum for excellence,
What day
which
is it
involves
today? What's the
lifelong
date?
learning. It's Wednesday. Wednesday the 30th of March 2022.
Well,
Thanks for asking. We've just
living in
pinpointed
this
the
day and
date.
age, not in 2013.
2022. Not 2013, but history matters.
No, it doesn't matter in the slightest.
This is Interview with Mum Rosemary. Rosemary Cruikshank. You need to say names on video.
No, you get lost.
And I'm James Cruikshank filming.
Stop your nonsense, James.
The patient of abuse from Drumward 2013.
For generations, gig rowing has brought the Newquay community together. Once as a tack to secure the town's trade, but now a means of keeping up Cornwall's crucial connection with the sea.
You can hear the water on the boat, you can hear the pins clicking as you row in time.
Go get yourself a bath and wash your
When you
hair.
look down your oar, you can see your
Stop changing the subject.
I love the ocean, I love being close to the ocean and to be part of something which is within our county's history.
Wish that's really choking.
With Natalie in the gig's engine room, she helps power the boat Newquay to a blistering first place.
I'm going to be picking up a medal. So pleased, yeah, really pleased.
The victory means more than just the silver salver itself. It's an important sense of keeping the Cornish spirit alive and kicking in Newquay.
There's a lot of history, a lot of memory lane, and we've got to keep the memory lane and the history going for future generations.
So we had a wonderful row and it was, you know, a fabulous evening together. It's a very special thing.
Later, in Devon and Cornwall,
How stunning is this, eh?
Steve and his volunteer gang set forth on a mission to clear up Cornwall's hard-to-reach coastal corners.
There's bits of plastic bottle here broken up. How long these have been rattling around in the ocean for, I don't know.
I'm nervous, my stomach's doing a bit of a flip.
And Alison and her fellow wild swimmers get on board for the challenge of the year.
Escapism on 4, sponsored by Simba Hybrid Mattress.
Did you know that there's no unauthorised entry or no interference with property or with wireless telegraphy is unlawful? Police Act 1997, Section 50. Wireless telegraphy is wireless internet, effectively. iPads have wireless internet, yet nurses took my iPad off me in August 2021. Do you remember them telling you I didn't have my iPad?
Yes, you emailed 150 times to Dr. Calendar.
No, it wasn't 150.
That's what they said.
It's routine.
pestering.
But he was my psychiatrist.
I know, but when you're in the ward, the psychiatrist there is in charge of you.
So what you're saying is that,
We got married.
but communication should be the mainstay of treatment. You need patients to open up.
Well, you didn't, did you?
But this holiday, just us two.
But Dr. Callender doesn't read the emails anyway, he says.
No, well,
That's what he said over the phone.
you shouldn't be emailing them.
He said he doesn't read them. So what's the issue?
Whenever I think of him. Whenever I think
When you're in the hospital, whoever's in charge of the ward there is in charge of looking after you, not Dr. Callender.
But Dr. McCrone worked drum ward in 2013. She was in charge of the whole hospital. Jane Fletcher's in charge of Royal Cornwall Hospital. Or she was in August 2021.
the feeling of confidence that comes through innovation.
I never saw her. But the point is, you just admitted they took my iPad off me.
Yes,
That's a
when you're
crime.
bothering- No, not when you're bothering people, it isn't.
Yes, it is.
It isn't.
It is a crime.
You shouldn't have had it with you there in the first
No
place.
unauthorised entry or no interference with property or with wireless telegraphy is unlawful. Police Act 1997, Section 50.
You shouldn't have had a thing with you there in the first place.
Yes, I should.
No.
iPads enable people to express themselves.
Not when I'm
iPads have Wi-Fi and wireless
not when I'm
telegraphy.
bothering people all the time, James.
Do you not remember when we visited Ballycastle in Northern Ireland, where Marconi in 1898 and George Kemp, local politician, over to Rathlin Island, they sent the first wireless signal? That was 1898. Why has it taken 100 years for wireless technology to roll out
These things all
with wireless internet? 100 years? I mean, this is an issue. It's slow. Technology rollout is slow.
James, would you buzz off, please?
I mean, in 1998,
If you're not in the dining room, go.
the Home Office can't give advice on admonitions.
So what is it you're looking for me to do today?
Well, it's the fact. The police, these two officers, didn't interview my mum, and yet she gave evidence to the court.
But was this the complaint that you made?
And she was my named person. Named persons represent people that have mental health issues, people with learning disabilities, under the Mental Health Care and Treatment Scotland Act 2003.
Yes, but was this...
And you don't have to have a named person, but she was specifically appointed.
Okay, but was this the complaint that you've already put in? And it's been looked at?
No, I'm complaining today.
But that's what I'm saying, we've got to do it on the online form,
Why, you don't write it down?
not for the complaint, no.
I came in person, all the way from West Hill, cycling
But
8 miles.
We're not complaints department. It has to be done through the official channels of a complaints department.
Who is the complaints department?
I don't know who...
You don't know who the complaints department is? The head is Kate Stevens. She's a woman, head of North East
She's not...
Police Division.
She's not complaints.
Who can see her?
I don't know. I mean, that
You don't know who can see her?
Sorry?
You don't know who can see her?
I don't know how it works of who gets to see her. You know, I mean, are you talking about complaint-wise you want to see her?
Well, I just wondered who gets to see her.
I honestly don't know.
You don't know?
No. I can't say who she sees and who she doesn't see because we're not part of that.
I see. So what do you do?
We're deal with the public that comes in.
I'm the public
But we're not...
that's come in.
Yes, but we're not the...
Not the complaints department.
No. We're not police officers. We're civilians.
But civilians are meant to deal with complaints.
No. There's a complaints department.
There's a complaints department, so you get fobbed off when you come in.
We're not following you off. The complaints department get back to you.
The complaints department get back to you.
And then they look into it.
Can the complaints department look into it, do they?
Yes. Yes, they do.
Okay. But you can't fill in an awful lot on the complaint form.
That's what
And you can't upload pictures and video.
That's what we said. You do a brief summary.
A brief summary.
When they contact you and arrange to see and have an appointment with you, that's when you bring in all your...
How do you get an appointment?
They will be in contact to arrange an appointment.
Are there police in this building?
There are police here, yes.
Are there a substantial number?
We don't know because we're not downstairs right now.
This is downstairs.
No, it's not
I walked in on the ground floor.
There's a floor below.
A floor below.
But they are not complaints either. They are just police officers. They don't deal with the complaint side of it.
Okay. I'll do it online. Do staff work in this building? No, there's no one on the ground floor.
People there,
No one at these desks.
because they don't need the test.
Oh, I just want to see the police.
Thank you.
Ah, yes, I wish to complain, right? On the 20th... Oh no, I'm happy to stand. On the 27th of August 2013, 27th of August 2013, PC Spencer and PC Jones spoke to me on drum ward at the Royal Cornwall Hospital. Now, the issue I have is that I told both of them that nurses there took the cordless phone in the ward off me when I went to dial multiple solicitors. The issue I have is that PC Jones and PC Spencer did not speak to my mum in connection with an assault. My mum was my named person, and my mum then went on to present evidence in the case to court to Sheriff Fleetwood on the 31st of January 2014. So you see, this is significant.
Okay. Well, what?
Have you written all that down?
I'm only writing certain bits just now. So
What's your name?
my Lynn.
Lynn. And yours is? Naomi.
So what is it you're looking for us to do today?
Well, I'm complaining.
About the officers?
Yes. PC Jones and PC Spencer.
Why are you just complaining about them now?
Because it never occurred to me before that my mum presented evidence in court when PC Jones and PC Spencer did not even phone my mum when my mum was my named person. Now, police have a duty to be objective, be impartial, consider victims, consider perpetrators. They should have investigated thoroughly, and they failed to do that. Women can abuse patients and vulnerable patients and patients with disabilities as well.
Okay. And have you brought...
Women are often more vocal.
Have you brought this up with anyone else?
I'm bringing it up with you. I understand the head of the North East Police is now Kate Stephen, a woman. But women can also abuse men. And you know, Brackenward closed in 2017. That's the wards that focuses on people with learning disabilities. Strathbeg Ward and Lauriston Ward have opened up. But they could they're for people with learning disabilities, but they could share the same fate because Bracken Ward closed because over lack of staff retention. They couldn't retain staff. I told PC Jones and PC Spencer that nurses were preventing me from using phones. Now, under Section 284 of the Mental Health Care and Treatment Scotland Act 2003, all patients have a right to use phones. I did not have a mobile phone or anything on me. I walked home on the 1st of September 2013 from the hospital. I also went on my bike, but armed police turned up. An unarmed police unit came when my dad objected and took me back to the hospital. But you see, most women, 70%, as the Press and Journal reported last year, don't go on bikes. Now this is an issue because doctors say can detain patients for up to 72 hours if people are a risk to themselves and others. Now, cycling in Aberdeen is not without risks. You see the issues.
Okay.
So you really need to police the streets more as well.
What is it? What is it?
Well, I'm objecting to the fact that PC Jones and PC Jones and PC Spencer is not around anymore because on the 7th of June 2021 I was told he's left the force.
Okay. I don't know about PC. That was PC Jones.
I understand PC Spencer left.
Yeah. I don't know what PC Jones is your do you know his shoulder number or anything?
No, I don't. The police tend not to give numbers. And also you need to know the police office they've come from. The police officers from attend Royal Cornwall Hospital tend to come from Maastricht police office.
Right. But what I'm not understanding the issue that they never went to your mum and then your mum went to court. What was
Well,
that about?
I didn't see anything in court.
So
I
why did your mum have to go to court?
She was there. Sheriff Fleetwood made her put up her hand and he thanked her for the document she produced.
Was this in regard to you?
Yes.
About you?
I just pleaded guilty, said nothing and was admonished. When you tell the truth, you get off with crimes.
Okay.
But the crime, I'm not entirely guilty. I'm not entirely innocent either. But there's nurses that also have to bear responsibility.
Right. So what was it?
Because they took phones off me.
So what were
prevented me from dialing multiple solicitors.
Okay. I mean, the thing about the complaint, you can go online and fill in a complaint.
Yes, but no one responds to online complaint forms. They do against when women make complaints.
No, but they do. They have to respond to you.
Well, yeah, but there's not an awful lot of room on the complaint form.
Because you cannot...
You're limited by characters when you type in online complaints. You need to turn up in person.
No. What happens is you fill the online complaint form and within...
But you can't type an awful lot.
I know, but you just give a brief summary of...
Just give a brief summary.
So that they can then contact you, they'll phone you back and arrange to see you. That's how it works. There is only a small box to put.
So you're just meant to give a summary. And that's not really good enough because photos and videos can serve as evidence and you can't upload them.
But then that's when they contact you and they arrange to see you.
That's when they contact you and they arrange to see you.
And that's when you provide all the documentation.
And that's when you provide all the documentation.
Yeah.
Just to be clear.
That's how it works.
Yeah, but no one follows up.
But they do.
They don't.
To follow up.
No one follows up in my cases.
When did you put in a complaint form?
Well, I submit several complaints.
When was the last one you submitted?
Well, I don't know at the present time.
Okay. Because they do get back, they have to get back in contact
Well,
with you.
people from professional standards did. Police officers turned up at my house on the 7th of June 2021. 2 police officers. They said admonished is not a conviction. They didn't give their name or number.